Previously on Poker Hands with Rob Goon, or whatever we're going to name this, we saw Dylan Gang, aka Dylan the Villain, slow roll Garrett Adelstein in a $200,000 pot. Ridiculous. However, justice is a dish best served cold. And in today's video, that's exactly what we're going to see. Let's get in the action.
His chips and verbal. Haven't seen much out of him tonight.
He has been. Oh, here we go, round two.
Yep.
Dylan putting in a 3-bet from the middle blind. And Garrett with the stand.
With the blinds being 100, 200, 400 with the 200 big blind ante, action folds around to Garrett, who makes it 1200 on the button with 10-9 suited, very standard. And Dylan Gang, Dylan the Villain, decides to 3-bet ace-4 suited out of the natural big blind. And this is completely reasonable. He can obviously call if he wants, but 3-betting ace-4 suited this deep especially plays quite well. So nothing wrong here. And then no reason for Garrett to go for the 4-bet. Let's take a flop.
Your call in position. I like a big sizing from Dylan here. This is a board I would be taking a large sizing or checking.
4,500.
He goes with more of a range sizing here, and Garrett has a pretty standard call in position.
You know, the eighth wonder looks like he's got other ideas.
You are correct.
20,000. I know the look.
And this is for value, right?
Yes. He's going to call it.
He's going to call. He's going to float with just ace high. With a back.
All right, and here's where a hand becomes unhinged, as most hands on this channel generally do, or they would not make it. Dylan bets 1/3 or 4,500 on the flop, which is completely reasonable, especially with the backdoor hearts and an over. Garrett decides to raise, and this is not really a thing. Generally with top pair, especially when you don't have backdoor, you know, like let's say if you had 9-10 of hearts, for example, this would be an okay hand to raise because you at least have the additional backdoor equity of having a flush draw. With 9-10 of clubs, you simply just want to call and move on. You don't really want to bloat pots with these type of hands. But after Garrett raises, Dylan calls because why the hell not? An over and a flush draw, backdoor flush draw, I guess. This is an easy fold by Dylan. I'm not really sure what he's doing. He shouldn't be calling. Like the thing is, let's just say Garrett's bluffing with a hand like 10-7 suited or something like that. He's not going to give up on the turn, and Dylan's oftentimes going to just miss. The turn's going to be maybe a jack or something like that, and Dylan is simply going to have to give up. So this is just a very, very easy fold by Dylan. With that said, let's take a turn.
Backdoor straight draw and a backdoor flush draw, and Garrett getting insanely thin value. And look at this turn.
Wow.
This is an action turn.
Okay.
Dylan picking up the nut flush draw. Garrett improves to top two. Garrett putting a thin value raise on this flop. And now he's trying to figure out how to get it all in by the river. $35,000 bet from Garrett.
All in.
And Dylan moves in.
Wow.
Dylan moves in.
This must be the one. Squish.
This is just a snap call for Garrett. He only loses to 7-8.
Yeah, just count the total amount, please.
This must be the one, Squishy.
Garrett just figuring out how much more. There's no way Garrett's folding.
Now the question is,
And I can't wait to see Garrett hold up that one finger as soon as the money goes in.
how will this end?
You know Garrett's going once.
Before we see what Garrett does, let's just talk about the turn action. Checks over to Garrett, and he bets 35,000 and roughly 50-something thousand. This is obviously a very fine play when you turn top two. I don't like raising the flop, like I said, for obvious reasons. But once you turn top two, clearly you're just getting the money in. As for Dylan's decision to check shove, this is just bad. You should just call because you don't beat any of Garrett's value range. Like, he's going to have hands like 9, 6s, deuces, 7, 8. If he's getting really frisky, you know, potentially he has 9, 10 suited like he has. Maybe he has pocket 10, stuff like that. What Dylan should do is just call and then reevaluate the river. And, you know, generally just fold on most rivers. Just try to realize your equity. You have implied odds when you hit a heart, as it's a very sneaky flush to hit. Yeah, I don't know why he shoved, but let's go ahead and see what Garrett does.
160.
Wow.
162.
Well, boys and girls,
162.
it's what we've been waiting for.
Yes. So 100, 120.
When Garrett stands up,
40,
you know it's a big hand.
50, 160, 162.9. Yeah.
Oh, just a side note, 95% of my viewers are not subbed to this channel. If you guys don't mind doing me a favor, clicking the sub button, it really helps the algorithm and push the channel out to everyone. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
I didn't even think about it. I have a big hand. Can't even consider doing anything else. What a monster.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Garrett's thanking her, actually.
That is not music
One.
to Dylan's ears.
One time. So call one time.
400K pot. Run it once.
I love it.
Yeah.
Immediately, once.
When you're ready.
Garrett giving nothing away.
Oh, my God.
I have nothing.
A TKO in the second round.
He's waiting for him to flip
Garrett
it this
waiting
time.
for him to show, even though he said, I have nothing.
And he I love it.
He waited, I have nothing, and he still looked like, show me.
Refused to show.
Second round, TKO, goes to Adelstein.
$390,000
Holy
pot.
shit.
Thanks.
The villain has been executed.
Knockout blow.
Garrett Adelstein picks up a $390,000 pot.
On today's video, justice was served, and I hope you guys liked it, as it's always satisfying to see someone slightly unethical hit the showers. Anyway, hopefully you guys like this video. Much love.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite.